Hi, I am live back again on Friday. Welcome to Supercharged Fridays. We are now at, I don't even know. What week is this? 236, I think. I'm not sure anymore. Of live streaming every Friday here on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. My name is Sonal Behel. I am a career coach and former HR director and founder of superchargeyourself.com. And what I do is help you if you are in transition. I help you to find a better job and a better career. And if you are unhappy for whatever reason, wherever you are, I help you find that next step. That is even better. So if that's what you're about, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you found me. I'm happy I found you. And let's hang out. So this is what I've been doing for almost 5 years every Friday. This is Career Happy Hour. And yeah, welcome to my world. I have a lot of content to help you. Check out the YouTube channel, the huge library of videos. Check out my newsletter. That is superchargeyourself.com/newsletter. It goes out sometimes once a week, sometimes yeah, less frequent, more frequent, and I share original thoughts that I don't share anywhere else. And they're I like to think these are fun to read. These are not boring sort of newsletters. I have a podcast called How I Got Hired, where I interview amazing people from around the world. And the most recent guest, I mean, her story is literally like the word is amazing. She came from extreme poverty, growing up in rural Africa, in Uganda to be precise. And her story on how Winnie Alma and how she went from being the youngest in a family of 15 children to working and doing amazing work, giving a lot of contribution in Africa and even getting recognition at the Harvard University and speaking at companies like Google and Facebook. It's an amazing story. So check out How I Got Hired. I am so careful about the guests that I handpick for this show. And even more amazing stories coming up towards the rest of the year. So make sure you're tuned in. And yeah, so if you're new here, I'll tell you how we do these things on Friday. So this is a safe space for you and me to hang out. So I always have, almost always have, my lovely cup of tea. Cheers. My chai. It could be like 45 degrees Celsius outside. I'm still going to have my boiling hot cup of chai. And if you have anything that I can help with, if I can share some perspectives, do not hesitate to bring them. Don't be shy. Okay. No judgment here. This is a completely judgment free zone. So, how it would help is ask your questions in this way. Okay. My problem is X. My ideal outcome is Y. My question is Z. This is how my coach works when we are working with her on our weekly coaching calls. And I find this sort of very helpful to be structured. I'll do my best to help you. I'll do my help to share my perspectives. If you think it's a little bit more complicated and it needs a little bit more time, then I think you might want to reach out to me and schedule a game plan call so we can see where are you at, where do you want to be, and if I can help you to close that gap. How can we get there, right? This would be the best way to find out. So go to superchargeyourself.com/game plan to send this basic application form and then schedule some time together. All right, awesome. So without further ado, let us get into it. I am just checking on my screen to make sure things are working as they should. And as always, I have to say this because, yeah, there have been times I've been burnt. Let me know if you can see me and hear me properly. All right. Happy the Sarah. Happy the Sarah to you, Prasanna. Thank you for your message. Thank you for, yeah, happy to see it. And I'm not getting, oh my God, what do I do with StreamYard? It's just so annoying. Hi, Christine. Thank you for tuning in. I'm happy you're here. Happy Friday. I really need to hear from about other people's problems. Alan, that's so funny. Yeah, you're so funny. Thank you, Varsha. That's very kind of you. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate this message. Risto is joining us from Finland. Alan joining us from New York. Christine, I think you're also joining us from New York. Amazing. How can I help? Is there anything that's on your mind? I see a question on YouTube. So let us get going. Hi, Suresh. I'm 40 and I'm losing energy and interest in work. I feel very sleepy during working hours. How do you keep yourself motivated? Okay, Suresh, I'm not quite sure if this has much to do with age because I'm pretty sure you know, and I know people who are in their 60s who still work, who are still active, and I mean 70s, for that matter, people in their 80s. So I don't know if it's a work thing or motivation thing, or is it energy management and rest? So I'm not a healthcare practitioner, I am not a nutritionist, and I'm not a physical therapist. But I can tell you that it might be worth your time to get checked out. If you're feeling sleepy during working hours, it's okay if you're doing that, if it happened once because you had a late night because you had to work or you were at a party or whatever. But if this is happening a lot more frequently, you might want to get that checked out. Is everything okay? Like blood work and stuff like that. Like I said, I am no expert. I'm far from it. But it doesn't feel if you're not feeling right about this, I wouldn't necessarily wait and think, oh, let me do something to be motivated, right? Oh, by the way, this could also be a symptom of something else going on. It could be a symptom of being burnt out or whatever. So I don't quite know this and I don't know how to diagnose this. But I would say in terms of physical health, get it checked out. Just to be sure. Just to be sure. Okay? Yeah, I wish you the best. And energy and interest at work is paramount, dude. I mean, we spend so much time at work. We spend so much time at work. And if we're not happy, what's the point? Forget happy. If we're losing energy and interest, then it's like a zombie. We're just coming in like on autopilot, doing whatever we can and going home. And then even when you're going home, you're like, I can't believe I have to do this all over again. We don't have to do it. We get to do it. There are people who are dying to get like one job, to get paycheck to pay. They're struggling, and you have a job already, right? And if it's not working for you, then it's time to do something. I would say start by getting a simple like blood work and test and see are there any deficiencies. You never know. And if there aren't any and everything's okay on that front, then come back to me. Then we have to figure out what's going on with you. Okay? I wish you the best. Take care. All right. Okay. So I'm on a completely side note, I'm very kind of as we said, this is a safe space, not just for you, but also for me. I'm very embarrassed today because a couple of weeks ago I had my nails done and the men in the audience are like, yeah, okay, I don't need to hear that. But this is more for the women in the audience, okay? I got my nails done and when the nail paint starts chipping, it looks very gross. This is really problematic because I tried taking it off with my nail polish remover. It's not coming off. So this is not gel paint, okay? If you know anything, if you can help me, because I don't want to go back to the salon and ask them to do it, and neither do I want to scratch it off because it's disgusting and it's going to ruin the nail, sort of the enamel on the nail. If you know of anything, is there a special solution for this that I have to get? If you have any experience for this, please let me know. Completely side note and unrelated to careers, but it just so happens because every time I'm holding my cup, I'm just very embarrassed because you may not see it, I see it, and it's gross. That was so embarrassing. All right. I see a couple of other questions and let us get into it. I just answered a question on YouTube. I am gonna now check out LinkedIn. What's going on? Want to say a couple of quick hellos. Kala, thank you for being here. Kala, come on. I'm so disappointed. Of all the people, I thought you could help me with Kala. So Kala's an amazing guy to follow. He's a barrister in London. He's been on my Supercharged Fridays twice, not once, but twice. But he's also been on my podcast. Amazing, top guy to follow. Top class act. You gotta follow him on all things communication. Think communication, think Kala. Okay. Okay. Shad Salim, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for being here from Hyderabad, India. Cool. I see a question here from. Yeah, I see a question from Varsha, but Varsha, your name isn't appearing here on LinkedIn. I think, I mean, on my live stream, it's appearing on the LinkedIn. I see, but you just have to maybe in the future just check your privacy settings so that your name is available to third party apps like the one I'm using right now. But I can see the question. I'm reading here because it's a little bit bigger because it's like really small and I gotta like make my eyes really huge, which I don't want to. I wouldn't do that to you. Okay, so let me see this here. I'm excited to join Supercharged Fridays for the first time. Yay! I'm excited to have you here, Varsha. Such a warm welcome. Happy this era. How can I help? As someone looking to transition and grow in my career, what are key strategies you would recommend for standing out in a competitive job market, especially when it comes to cloud and software engineering? What a good question, Varsha. I'm so glad you're thinking about this. I will recommend firstly starting with a couple of my free resources online. There's 2 videos I have on career change and career transition. And there is a 7-step process called the vitamin approach. I love sharing all of this stuff and I'll share it for free. So check it out because it goes into enormous amounts of detail. Okay. But because you're here and I want to give you more value, right? So that I'm not just telling you, hey, watch that video, all the best. Not the best use of your time. I mean, that video is an amazing use of your time. But since you're live with me right now, let me share a couple of quick takeaways from that video. This does not substitute putting in the work and seeing the rest because it's quite exhaustive. Okay, it gets into a major amount of detail. Number one of the things that is going to be your best friend in the whole world is okay, Varsha, I have a quick follow-up question for you. What are you doing today? Okay, I see that let me quickly look at your LinkedIn profile. Because you're saying you want to get into cloud technologies and software engineering. How does that compare to where you are today? Since I'm on my LinkedIn, I might as well look at it right now. You already are a software engineer. Okay, and you're based in Berlin. Awesome, awesome. You're next door, practically next door. ERP application developer. Tell me more precisely, Varsha. What would you like to be doing next? Would you like to be working on cloud? You already are a developer, or you want to be a software engineer? Like, tell me. Let's get specific. What you have in mind? Okay, and I'm gonna wait for you to get back to me. Hi, Ishwar. I see you have a couple of questions. I promise I'll get back to you. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna make sure that Varsha has a chance to answer. Because then it becomes more realistic, like what I'm saying. I don't want to like throw something theoretically at you and make you figure it out. It feels very conceptual then, right? But while I wait for you to respond, what I was saying earlier is your best friend in the whole world is going to be your transferable skills. The word transferable, there are certain skills that work equally well, whether you are doing a great role in career A or career B. You got to figure out what they are. The ones that are most popular tend to be those skills that are not teachable and not trainable, okay, in a classroom. And they're better known as soft skills by many people. But let me be clear, there's nothing soft about problem solving, communication skills. Ask Ola. Nothing soft about communication skills. Nothing soft about persuasion skills, presentation skills, team management, dealing with ambiguity, making decisions in a complex situation. All of that stuff, find out written communication, oral communication skills, okay? Find out what is your like standard, like find out where are you today in terms of these skills and what are the skills that the role you have. This is why I was asking you a question. What is the role you have in mind? Cloud related roles. What is cloud related roles? What are they asking for? This is a question. Cloud technologies, what are top strategies? Okay. Stand down. In cloud, what are they looking for? Are there some specific hard skills? The good news with that is those are teachable, those are trainable, you can learn them in a course. You just have to make sure you get an opportunity to practice that. And then what you learn, make sure that it stays current. Okay, so make yourself like aware of it, continue to learn, continue to be in touch with it. And that's the field that you're in. It's dynamic, it's ever evolving. You know, something that's not dynamic and that will stay the same, whether you're being interviewed in 1999 like I was in the year 2000, or you're being interviewed in 2024. And those skills are those skills that I talked about, which are not easy to train and easy to teach, with so-called soft skills. Okay, so you want to have a good idea of what is the requirement for cloud-based roles. See like 4 or 5 job descriptions and go to that section, which is kind of like, there will be a must-have section and there'll be a nice-to-have section. Scan both of them really well. Okay, save yourself some time, go to ChatGPT. Okay, and write down, what are the skills I have today? Next prompt, these are the skills that they are looking for. What do I need to work on to bridge that gap as much as possible? It'll give you some answers. It's good enough. Okay, the best friend that you will have will be which skills transfer very well to the next role, and transfer and translate, so that the person who's interviewing you doesn't feel like it's a big risk to be bringing you on, but they see that it's a natural progression. You see, that's number one. That's the transferability. The second is the messaging. You need to have very clear messaging when you're interviewing, in your resume, in your LinkedIn, and that is focused on future, not focused on past, not focused on current. It's focused, future focused. So you want to show a lot of those already today. That's the messaging. And there's 7 other points, 5 other points into the video, and you should definitely check that out. In the interest of time, I'm just focusing on these 2 transferables. The skill, firstly, what are your skills? How many of these are transferable? What is your messaging? And there's a lot of others. So go through that. This takes a lot of time. It is worth it. And if you feel like, wow, this is a lot, I don't quite know where to start. Think about, so firstly, consume a lot of the free content I have. Okay. And if you still think like, oh my God, it's a little bit overwhelming and maybe I need a step-by-step method or a guide to work with someone, then think about scheduling a game plan call with me. This call is very specifically for people who are serious about their career, who are serious about making a change and are looking to get help. Okay, it's not a call where you just sort of chit chat, and it's great. Chit chat is great. I love chit chat, but it's for people who are very focused and they are looking for help, right? Looking to get professional help. This would be a good call for you. I think it is worth it to spend time with me. No strings attached. Best case scenario, we find a way to work together and I help you to get to your goals faster. Worst case scenario, you walk away. I'm not the right person for you. You still walk away with some tips. I think it's a win-win. So good luck with that. I hope this helps you, and continue to follow me, continue to be in my network. Sajat is amazing. Hi, Sajat. He has a lot of tips as well because he does talent acquisition for technical roles, right? So continue to build your portfolio. That goes without saying. You have to stay current, right? And you should be able to show it. You should be able to show it as well. So good luck with that. All right. And if you have any follow-up questions, feel free to let me know. Hi, Nikhil. Thank you for your question. I'm going to get to you in a second. We have someone who's been waiting, and his name is Ishwar. Hi, Ishwar. What's up? I can work if the responsibility... Okay, hold on. Did I miss something? I feel like the question is a little like... if the responsibility given, I don't want to change job because of monetary benefits. What can I do to get a better responsibility? I've already asked for it and I'm waiting. Okay, so you don't necessarily want to change for the sake of money. I completely understand that. So what is your question? How can I get more responsibility inside? Okay. Yeah, asking it is a step, but it's not a simple ask. It's not a simple question. Hey, give me more work. I want to do better work. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't listen. What do you do if they don't listen, right? I think if you're ambitious, there's nothing wrong with it. I think you don't have to apologize to anyone. You don't have to over-explain to anyone. You want to show them where do you want to go and how is that helpful for the company? Where do you see yourself in the next stage? And how is that helpful for the company? The value that you bring, and you will continue to bring that, build a little case. Build a case and show this to your boss and maybe to your boss's boss as well. Because if they don't see it, then it's on you. Sometimes they don't see it because they're also busy with gossip and politics. Okay, then it's not on, then it's not on you. But let's focus on what we can control, and that is, how can I do a better job communicating my value, right? So build a case on where do you see yourself. Like, for example, October 2020, by October 2025, I see myself in this title, performing these functions. What do you think? Ask your manager. And he or she might say, you're ready for this you're not ready. Like, okay, I'd like to be ready. These are some ideas I have. What do you think? Be that person who comes with solutions. Okay. And if they still don't see it, Ishwar, then you have to figure out, do you really want to stay here? Do you really want to stay in a place where they don't see your value? It can be very frustrating, and only you can make that decision. And then if you were to leave, you wouldn't be leaving for money, but you'd be leaving for more responsibility, more growth. That's a very good reason to leave. And I'm not telling you to leave right now. I'm just saying, build that case, prepare. But I've seen sometimes inside the culture of the company, the attitude is a lot more, let's bring people from outside and let's not deal with internal growing people. Let's build a strong pipeline. Yeah, who cares? I'll do it later. Succession planning is poor. The talent pipeline is poor. That's very frustrating for people inside. So I do get where you're coming from, right? I hope that helps you. Good luck with that. Okay, I thought that I saw your question 3 times. It was the same question, so I'm good. Okay. You're most welcome. You got your current role because of my videos. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Don't keep it a secret, okay? This is good stuff. Tell your friends. Tell others to subscribe. This is free. I got nothing to gain by telling you this, right? So, yeah. Thank you for being here. Hi, Nikhil. You got a question coming up? I am going to help you. Okay. I have an appraisal next month, and I'm expecting a 30% hike. I like that you're expecting this, Nikhil. What makes you so sure? I'm curious about this. What makes you so sure? Nikhil, I have a video on my YouTube channel. I think it's about 9 or 10 months old. And the whole topic of the video is about how to prepare for your appraisal. So check that out. It's quite a lot in detail, okay? So I'm sure you're going to get a lot of value from it. So definitely take a look. In the meantime, I will say that be careful with expectations, because they may be met, maybe they are not met. Then what? If they are met, great. But are you liking what you're doing? Are you happy with your environment? Is the culture healthy? Are the people nice? Do you look forward to Monday morning? There are many, and I as someone who talks about salary and money and negotiation all day, every day, I am telling you, sometimes it's not enough, right? So do that, work on that part, but make sure the other boxes are also checked, because I'm pretty sure you know people, and I know people, and all of us watching know people who have a lot of money, who's still not happy or quite miserable, right? So I wouldn't be so attached to the outcome at the appraisal part. Like, I'm going to get 30% or I'm going to quit. Like, there's a lot of pressure. I'm going to expect a 30% increase. You're very attached to how it'll go. Detach. And that's hard. Tell you this. It's easier for me to say it than actually do it, but it's hard. We have to detach. We'll just be happier. There'll be more bliss. Okay. And it's not easy. It's a muscle. You practice. The more you use it, the stronger. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But that video will help you. That video talks about how do you communicate your value. How do you talk about goals, not just your goals, but the boss's goals and the company goals. It goes into quite some detail, which I think you'll get a lot of value for. Must be available on Amazon. Yeah, I got wipes. I got all of that. It didn't work. That's why I'm and it's not gel. So if anybody has any clue on how to remove disgusting old nail paint, please feel free to let me know. But Prasanna, I appreciate your help, considering you probably don't have experience with this. Okay. Hi, Rishabh. Thank you for checking in. Did I get that here? Rishabh's comment is not visible here. What do I do with you, StreamYard? Every technology is almost cloud-based these days. Yeah. So continue to follow me here, Varsha. Transitioning. Do you have negotiating? Yes. Entry level? Yes, I do, Varsha. If you check out the playlist on salary negotiation, it's called Negotiate Like a Pro. And there is one video there which says, can I negotiate if I'm a new grad? Can I negotiate if I'm younger? Can I negotiate if I'm on a career break? Can I negotiate if I'm unemployed? And the answer, can I negotiate if I'm changing careers? And the answer to that, short answer, is yes. Am I saying you're going to get what you want? No. But can you put it out there? Can you ask? Yes. You want to? That's up to you. But the video has all these tools. You need to put them into use. So watch it, put it into use for sure. Thank you, Rishabh. So, Varsha, check out what Rishabh is writing. Okay. AWS and Azure. Rishabh, you're awesome. I really, really appreciate this. Thank you so much. So maybe, Varsha, if I were you, I'd be connecting with this guy. This guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. So, Rishabh, thank you so much. This is super helpful. And Varsha, I wish you the best. Anything else? All right, that's it for now. I don't see any other questions. Sometimes I do this, I'll be like, oh, okay, any other questions? And I'm about to sign off and I've got a large cup of tea left. And then suddenly there'll be a question in the end. I'm going to take it slow. All right. So Rishabh is right. Almost everything is cloud-based these days, to be honest. AWS and Azure, you can get bumped automatically because of the volume of work and there's huge skill gap. And Varsha, we need more girls in STEM. We need more women in technical roles. I think everybody does well. Everybody does well when we have more diversity. So definitely do what you want, do what you can to focus on the right things. And like I said, if you still need more help, think about scheduling. Call with me when you feel ready. Superchargeyourself.com/gameplan. In the meantime, I'm going to send a very interesting newsletter. It's coming up. I think probably tomorrow. I don't typically send on Saturdays. Sometimes I do. And it's quite a vulnerable one. So I like sharing that, but it's only inside. It's not on social media. So it's only people who are subscribed to the newsletter. If you aren't subscribed, you got nothing to lose. Subscribe. And you read tomorrow's edition. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. That magical button. Yeah, it'll break my heart. I will drown myself in a giant tub of Ben and Jerry's. But like I said, it's free. You got nothing to lose. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. You have a choice. It's a free country. If you like it, tell me you like it. And I love creating all this stuff. I love writing. And I like to make newsletters fun and not like boring corporate speak, chat GPT, buzzwords, game changer. What are the other buzzwords you guys like? What are the other buzzwords people use a lot? Game changer. My God, they get on my nerves. Question for you. What is the most annoying? I'm gonna go. I promise. I'm leaving. What is the most annoying buzzword that you have seen? Just put it down. You don't even have to explain. The most annoying buzzword is no. I've heard so many times. This has been such a game changer. This is gonna change the game. That's the same thing. I'm just blanking out. I don't know what's going on. Hi, Rahul. Thank you for being here. Yeah, you see what I mean? I'm about to hang up and then we get a question. Rahul, you're most welcome. Thank you for being here. And yeah, Varsha, definitely connect with Rishabh. This is a community. I've been doing these live streams since January 2020. People have met in these live streams. People have met each other in these live streams. And because we've interacted together, some of them have gone on to become LinkedIn top voice. I'm just saying, okay? I'm not saying it's because of me they've become, but it's, we encourage each other. not always easy coming up, showing up, producing content. But yeah, Rishabh, minimum acceptable number. Yeah, I love that. I love acronyms. They're easy to remember. That's not a buzzword, but there are a lot of disgusting, annoying buzzwords like game changer, but they're not coming to mind right now. Rahul's got a question. What is it about sales that draws you in? How would you recommend answering this question in an interview? You're doing an amazing job by sharing your valuable insights. Thank you, Rahul. I appreciate it. So, Rahul, I'm going to throw the question back to you actually. What is it that attracts you to sales? Don't ask me. The reason is it's not my interview. So, I don't want to give you an answer which is not you. Like, it has to be you, right? If you want to work in sales, why do you want to work in sales? You could be in marketing, you could be in branding, you could be in business development, you could be in customer success. Why sales? You tell me, and I'll see what I can do. Okay, what is your reason? You see what I did there? Was that lazy? No, it's called coaching. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Rishabh. I appreciate the vote of confidence. Rishabh, you have the same problem that Varsha has. I'm not able to see your name here, so it's not appearing as your name. So Varsha and Rishabh, your names are not appearing. Hey, Dan Roth, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Dan Roth's my friend on the west coast of California, which means technically speaking, it's 5:30 in the morning, and he is up because he's got twin girls who are probably early risers. So I don't envy that, but you got to do what you got to do, Dan, right? So I completely understand. I'm going to go. Rahul, I'm going to wait to hear back from you for about 15, 20 seconds. And then I have to go because I have to prepare for a client right now. And I have to, read quite a lot of stuff. I enjoy the challenge of understanding customer needs and providing tailored solutions. Okay, Rahul, here's my follow-up question. Why do you enjoy that? This sounds like something anyone could say, right? Is it true for you especially? This sounds like something ChatGPT vomits out. I'm just going to say it, right? You come here, you want honesty, I'll give you honesty with lots of love. Always, always. But, where are you? Understanding customer needs. Why? Why do you want to understand customer needs? Customers are a pain in the, you know what? Why do you want to understand their needs? Are you saying this because you think it's going to sound intelligent? You know what I mean? So go and dig a bit deeper and understand this. Let the answer be an answer that only comes from Rahul. Nobody else could have said it. That is important. That's unique. Otherwise, it's not unique. Unique, like Younique. Unique. You get it? Unique. And have a tailored answer for that. You're thinking customer needs and providing tailored solutions. Yeah, why? Why do you care about that? Just before you go, I'm going to say, if there is one role in the company that has a direct impact on the bottom line, direct, it's sales. It's sales. I want to hear more about that, right? So good luck with that, Rahul. Have a fantastic interview with sales for that sales position. Hi, Saurabh. Thank you for being here. Thanks for tuning in live. Awesome. All right. So I shall let you go. Thank you for being live with me. It is always such a pleasure to welcome new friends and old, and have a lovely rest of your Friday and weekend. And I shall see you at the same time next Friday on Supercharged Fridays. Bye for now.